Welcome to my latest video. Again, this is an open water swimming video of a swim I recently took with the Redcappers Coastal Adventurers, which is organised by Chris Shaw. The swim was going to be from Fort Perch Rock in New Brighton out to the Burbo Bank, and we'd cross over the bank and swim back up on the rock channel and back into the river once the tide is turned. So when we were setting out on the last of the ebbing tide, and after Chris's normal good brief and picking out a marker for the swim to head to, we proceeded to head towards the north side of the Burbo Bank. I tried to settle into a nice steady pace so I wouldn't be expending too much energy on the first part of the swim, as recently I've been up in the distance daily and I've been doing quite a bit of work in the last week, so I was doubtful of this swim, but I did feel okay with the morning, so I decided to join it. Once we reached a decent way up the bank, we decided to cross over, and it's quite surreal being on the bank. It's quite a different landscape, and you've got to watch out in some areas because it can be quite a lot of sinking sand. So after crossing over, we waited for a few minutes for to ensure the tide had started to turn, and we headed back towards Fort Perch at New Brighton. And as we were swimming back, just swimming into the bright sunshine that morning was lovely. After regrouping again just off Fort Perch, we did start to get a bit of a chop and a bit of a swell due to the wind against tide and the tide starting to run a bit. So once we'd regrouped and made sure everyone was in, we proceeded to swim around and into the River Mersey fully. One thing we've got to be aware of is keeping a decent distance from the bank, because you got quite a lot of sea fishing going on, especially around low water. So we proceeded up into the river and again regrouped using one of the marker posts dotted along the shore as a position. A couple of us decided to head ashore onto New Brighton Beach, while the others were going to proceed further up the river for about another mile to Redcappers Beach before getting out.
Yeah, so far, I think, yeah, Redcaps. Redcappers, hello.
But I was thinking getting out of this pirate ship.
Okay, you're getting out of the pirates. Okay, so you just want a nice little diagonal in there, Kev, don't you?
Yeah, I'll
You need to get back, okie dokie then. So you going out with Kev here then?
Yeah.
Or a bit
Well,
further?
no, I'll go out here.
Just to see.
Head for the post or
Yeah, Michael, because if you head straight, you just don't forget, if you want to go in easy, just go with the flow.
yeah, just rocking beyond where the post is.
And we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Kev.
Cheers,
See
Mike.
you later.
Cheers, Mike. Good with jet lag, mate. Oh, you've done well. Well done, mate.
Cheers. Yeah.
Oh, you're hungry horsing or?
Yeah.
I might be in there.
Okay.
You're hungry horse now, are you, for breakfast? Pardon? You're hungry horse now, are you? Maybe, yeah. With the breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm going there. They like us there. They look after us quite well. Easy work, I think.
So we just, a couple of us decided to head in, and this actually was most probably the toughest part of the swim because we're going across the flow of the river with the oncoming tide, but it was still fine, and again a really good swim. This was the longest I've swam, so by the time I got ashore it worked out to just over 4.4k, so a well-earned breakfast was deserved, and we decided I headed over, once getting changed in the car park, headed to the Seahorse rest pub in New Brighton and met up with a couple of the other swimmers who were just swimming in the Marine Lake that morning. So if anyone ever fancies having a swim, drop a comment and I'll get back to you and I can do the introduction to Chris. Or if you fancy getting into open water swimming, there's a group of us who regularly swim in the Marine Lake, so welcome to pop down. We're there most mornings at around 7 to 7:30.